tuned into Bradford. This is BCB 106.6 FM.
Turns to stone. My dreams are shattered and my heart gets overthrown. Oh, by the way, the people talk to me and those who never do. I try to keep my distance so I don't fall in love with you. She spoke in a language I can't speak, and when she starts to talk, my heart just bleeds. And when she smiles, I can see the glimmer of her teeth, and I can breathe. But don't talk to me like you know me. 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 Don't talk to me at all. Talk at all. She said it's not there to be mixed, and hearts that are broken must not be fixed. And when you're staring death right in the face, embrace. But don't talk to me like you know me.
Welcome to the Northern Side. I am Liz Jenkins, and I have fantastic four guys in front of me right now. And what are you called?
1227.
Okay. Oh, you didn't do it in... Oh.
You should do it in harmony.
You should have done it in harmony. Do you want to try it in harmony quickly?
Oh, it's a big ass.
Like 1, 2, 3.
1227.
Yay! Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Okay, so I think first things first is introduce to me what your names are and what you play.
I'm Billy, and I play the drums.
I'm Dan, and I play bass and do some backing vocals.
I'm Tom, and I'm the frontman, which is lead singing and rhythm guitar.
Cool.
My name's Ash, and I play lead guitar.
Brilliant. Okay, so welcome to the show. Thank you very much for coming in today. Tell us how you got 1227 together.
Well, it was about 5 years ago where we started learning our instruments, and that we've been playing for maybe 2 years. It was me and Ash originally who had the idea, and then we went through a couple of different people, and we eventually found Tom, who went to school with Ash, and we ended up with Billy as well. And that was about 2 years ago. So everything's kind of come to how it is now.
I think we've had the current lineup for about 2 years now, and Yeah, seems to be
Really?
sticking.
Brilliant. I mean, you guys sound incredibly tight just listening to that first track, which we'll, talk about in a few minutes. So I will have to ask this question now. Might as well get it over and done with. Why is the band called 1227?
Well, I've been in the band 2 years and I still don't know. I don't think I'll ever know.
We've told many different stories about it. But
I think there's so many different stories that we don't really know.
It's sort of been lost in translation throughout the years.
yeah, a little bit.
Is it because of the time that you formed?
Could be.
Yeah, we'll probably say that.
Yeah, we'll go for that one.
Yeah.
We've told people that before, so.
Oh, come on, we have to be accurate on this show, But if you can't remember, I won't push you anymore. But if it does come to you in the middle of the show, just say, I know now. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Okay, so you guys have been together for 2 years as the setup in front of me.
Right,
yeah.
So there wasn't any other previous band members beforehand then?
There was a couple who, but that was before we got with Billy. We had a couple of months off, and then we found Billy as a drummer, and it'll stick like that now.
Cool. And so how are you finding it so far? Have you been playing lots of gigs, that kind of thing?
Yeah, we've had a few decent gigs recently, and things seem to be going quite well at the moment.
Yeah, we've just come off. It was just the Saturday gone. We played at Liverpool Auto Academy.
Oh, brilliant.
Supporting a band called Desensitised.
Yeah, there was a few good bands on that night.
Yeah.
It was a good night.
And how was that experience for you? Was that like a major gig for you so far in your career?
Yeah, I mean, probably the best one we've done so far.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
we did do Manchester Academy as well, about a month or two before that.
I think Liverpool just topped that.
Topped it a bit, yeah.
So what was it like then going on stage in Liverpool on the O2 Arena and playing in front of that crowd?
Yeah,
and how did you feel?
Brilliant. Felt really good. We had a good crowd as well. We got a few people over on the coach. So yeah, I mean, it was quite busy, wasn't it, that night? So.
Yeah, it was nice to be appreciated by people who hadn't actually come to see us specifically.
We had a good response from people who'd never seen us before.
And a couple of other bands as well made some good contacts as well. So.
Oh, it's really good, especially doing those kind of gigs, because you get contacts, you get,
that's right.
on the grapevine, so to speak, and then, it kind of opens up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, how would you describe then your music? Would you say you're a rock, indie, or?
It's sort of a mixed bag, really. There's bits of punk in there, there's bits of indie in there.
Alternative and like garage rock, and we go officially as garage rock revival / post-punk revival, but not many people tend to know what that is. So.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, I understand it, because there was obviously the punk era
That's
and
right,
everything,
yeah.
and there's, garage rock, so yeah,
It's just a bit of everything, really,
yeah.
all mixed together.
Sounds really good. So, what kind of music were you influenced by, or influenced now? Would you say that did it just come naturally to you, or did you just get it as you were growing up, and you thought, yay, this is my sound?
Yeah, mainly. I mean, talking personally, I was influenced by bands like the Libertines and the Strokes and Kings of Leon, and that's where we got our early sound from. That was like big influences to me. But we've sort of we've all got our own influences, and we all bring that together to get the sound that we've got today, really.
Yeah, it's kind of like as we've changed our own music taste, the music's changed along with that. Obviously, as the influences change. Like for me, obviously in comparison to what Tom's influenced by, I listen to a lot of Queen and a Scottish band called Delamitri, and obviously they're quite a lot different to each other, but we can kind of fit it all together as a group.
Cool. And what about you, Billy?
My influences came from like Green Day, like drum wise anyway. Green Day, Muse and My Chemical Romance, stuff like that. So like for me joining them, I got to put my spin on all their old stuff, which I suppose it in a way
Worked.
yeah,
It evolved, yeah, brought it up. We had to kind of improve to fit to your level a bit, at the start anyway.
And finally, the question to you, Ash. I mean,
sort of the main influence for me for guitar was like hard rock, that quite an aggressive sort of solo styling and stuff came from listening to hard rock really. But obviously I do listen to a lot of other bands from a broad genre, so I try and bring a lot of it into my playing from every sort of thing I listen to.
I mean, it's actually quite interesting just hearing all of that, because it just makes sense. Every little element and creativity that you've got has made the sound of the first track that we've just heard, and I'm looking forward to playing more of your tracks throughout the show. I think it's absolutely amazing, and I think it does work because you've got like so many different bits there of genres and music styles. It makes it interesting rather than having it just like, you know, one genre, for example, which can get very one-dimensional, can't it? So I think that's incredible, because you're talking to a musician, by the way. So this is how I know all these things, you know. I'm not just flagging it, you know. I'm you know. So let's just talk about that track that we opened up the show with. Don't Talk to Me Like You Know Me. Who wrote that, and how did you come up with it?
I wrote the lyrics for it. I wrote it on the train. And then I just put some simple 3 chords to it, and it flowed from there. The lyrics, nothing that special to me. It was just an idea I had floating about, and it all came together eventually. Just worked with it from the idea, simple idea that I had, and it all came together.
Yeah, it was during the time when we didn't actually have a drummer. This was before we'd even met Billy, and Tom just he brought it round, and he got just a couple of chords on the acoustic and the lyrics, and then we actually wrote it the first practice we ever had with Billy, the first time we'd met him. I think Ash had met him at college, but me and Tom first time we met him, and then it's not changed since that first practice. Wrote it as it is, and it's been the same since.
Pretty much. Just 2 years ago.
Pretty much.
Brilliant. And so, just out of interest then, where did you guys study?
Huddersfield Tech College. We did a music course, me and Billy together, and that's how we met.
We ended up in a band, didn't we?
Yeah.
We ended up in a band towards the end of the first year there, so we already like sort of knew how we played it.
Each other,
yeah, and we'd seen a video performance that was. Well, let's just say that these two were good, but the rest of the band, obviously, they were just put together at the college. So. It did kind of detract from the talent of Billy and Ash, but it was the first time we'd ever seen Billy drumming, so that was kind of where we got the idea from originally, to contact him to get in the band. So
that's brilliant. Well, there you go. That's brilliant. Okay, we are going to be playing our next track, which is
City Charm.
Excellent. You're right on the ball there.
Yeah.
Well done, Tom. Pay attention, Tom. No, just joking. So, would you like to talk about the track before we hear it, or should we hear the track first and then talk about it?
We can talk about it now if you like.
Yeah. Okay. Tell us a bit about City Charm then.
I wrote the lyrics for this song again. It's about someone who currently lives in a place that's not very interesting. He yearns to move to this city, and sadly that doesn't happen for him. And throughout the song, he's just talking about how he wants to get out there and do something, make something of himself. And so the lyrics came from that, and yet again just found some chords that went over the top of that and brought it all together, and it worked.
I mean, it's quite a different song for us. It starts off quite acoustic-y, but then it does go into our usual style, but it's still quite a weird mix of it, but it works really well. Yeah,
it was kind of like the first song where we'd properly tried to put together something with an acoustic and an electric, rather than we had a couple of other songs before where it was just the same chords on the electric as it was the acoustic, rather than kind of mixing them together, doing different things. So it kind of marked a start of us writing some different material at that point anyway. We started kind of trying to write more mature music.
Mature music.
But
See what you think.
more than it was more than it was before anyway.
Okay, that's brilliant. Okay, so shall we have a listen to the track then?
Yeah.
Okay, here is City Charm, and we will be right back.
There's a place in my mind where I go and I can't find a solution. An escape from the city and all the years of decay and pollution. And though the country would be nice, you'll always pay a heavy price in the long run. And though the city has its charms, the country has its farms, and that's where I like to get my fun. So show me the right way to live. Oh, I'm way too good at taking, but I need to learn to give. And show me the best way to die. Oh, I know it's not that easy, but believe me, I will try. There's a place in my mind where I go and I can't find a solution. An escape from the city and all the years of decay and pollution. I know the country would be nice, you'll always pay a heavy price in the long run. I know the city has its charms, the country has its farms, and that's where I like to get my fun. So show me the right way to live. Oh, I'm way too good at taking, but I need to learn to give. And show me the best way to die. Oh, I know it's not that easy, you gotta believe me when I say I'm gonna try. I wanna go to the city. I wanna go to the city. I wanna go to the city. I wanna go to the city.
Hello, welcome back to the Northern Side. I've got 4 fantastic guys with me, and they are
12:27.
Yay! We did it. Okay, that was City Charm, which we spoke about before the track, and I really like it, so it's all cool. So, have you actually got any future plans in writing any more material at the moment?
We've got a lot of songs floating about at the minute that we're currently working on. We've just recorded a new one, which I'm sure we'll hear in a little bit. But yeah, we've got a lot of songs floating about that we need to get into the studio and really put down. But I think we need to probably work on a little bit more at the minute. Still room for improvement, I think.
Yeah.
But there's always room for improvement.
Yeah, we've got. I mean, we recorded like a demo album, which had. I think we recorded 17 tracks 'cause we did some B-sides as well. But then since then we've like written quite a few more, and obviously we've recorded 1 or 2 of them, but we still need to just kind of get them properly solid, like studio worthy first, before we do anything with them. But
I mean, we don't like set time aside to write. If we write a song, it just sort of happens, and we'll be practicing and someone will get an idea, or we'll have a riff or some lyrics, and then that's how we write songs, so they can come at any time really.
Yeah, I tend to write them more on the spot now.
Yeah, because we have tried putting time aside to write, but then it just kind of becomes a bit
stale.
and
So you're trying to force a song out rather than just letting it.
It feels less organic, kind of. We like to just let it flow and try new ideas and just kind of work from improvisation into getting it down as a proper track.
That actually does make sense, actually. I mean, because that's where your creative outputs and inputs are going to flow. When it comes to you. You don't have to set, time for it. So that actually makes quite a lot of sense. Well done, thank you. But yeah, I thought that the tracks that we've heard so far are absolutely fantastic. So I think the next track we're going to listen to, this is The End of Everything.
Yeah.
Sounds so morbid.
Yeah.
Well, it is.
It's not that morbid.
So who wrote this track?
Well, Tom wrote the
Lyrics,
as always.
Yeah. I wrote the lyrics, and then the rest of it was sort of done by everyone. It just sort of came together. Did this one? It wasn't.
It was one of those where we started off like improvising and then just kind of built it up from there. So
the main riff just sort of came from just make up a riff, and then I did, and then that was sort of the meat of the song really. Just the riff, and then we sort of just worked around it and put the lyrics on, and it came to how it is now.
Cool. And is the song actually based on anything personal or any personal experience?
There's many different things in the song. I don't tend to just write on one subject. It's just get some ideas and go run with it, and then get halfway through the song and have another idea, and then sort of work around that as well, put that into it. So but people have said it's maybe a end of the world song for us. Like people often think it's about 2012 and this whole end of the world thing, but it's not.
Okay.
Just to clear that up.
Okay.
It might have to be, you never know.
Ooh. Oh, come on, Dan, that's not very fair, is it? Okay, so shall we listen to the track then?
Yeah, sure.
So do you want to introduce it?
This one's called This Is the End of Everything.
So hard not to fall for that spell, now it's landed me in hell. This is the end of everything, and if you can't do nothing else then see. And I'll pay for whatever it takes. I tried so hard not to fall for that spell, now it's landed me in hell. This is the end of everything, and if you can't do nothing else then see.
welcome back to the Northern Side. I'm Liz Jenkins. I have the fantastic 1227. Yay. Okay. Yeah, okay. Now that was This Is the End of Everything. Fantastic track. I like the beats and I like the riffs and the little guitars going really good. So that's absolutely fantastic. Now we are coming towards the end of the show. Maybe I should record these sound effects. This is really good. So yes, it is. But it's been absolutely fantastic having you on board today. But we have got a surprise for listeners today because we are going to be ending the show with an exclusive, aren't we?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, and we won't introduce the track just yet because I'm going to ask you a quick question. Have you got any gigs coming up in the next few weeks at all?
We're playing at Milo in Leeds on the Thursday the 6th of September, and that's I think it'll be a couple of pound entry, but it's always a good night down there, and playing with Ollie, who's a really great promoter down there, so it should be a good night.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
Playing a local festival, quite local to us, called Boyle Fest. That's usually quite good because it's quite a decent turnout.
It's quite like unsigned music and local bands that supports local music, and it's all for charity, so you can find out on the internet about that if anyone's interested.
Cool. Okay, so can I ask any questions about this track then before we play it?
It's brand new. It's never been heard by anyone before other than us and Tom Fox, the guy who produced it at Moorcroft Studios, and it's completely different from anything we've ever done before. It's completely different structure, and it's I think you'll be surprised by it.
Cool. And just very quickly before we play the track, where can people find you?
You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/1227UK or SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/1227UK, or you can follow us on Twitter. That's the same as the other two.
Not the same.
That's brilliant. Okay, well guys, you've been absolutely
Thank
fantastic.
you very much.
If you want to be on the show, you can contact me on www.facebook.com/The Northern Side. Right, guys, do you want to introduce your exclusive track?
This one's called Can't Take No for an Answer.
Or lease in the morning.
My heart it beats for just one person, and I wish I could say it's you. But I've had my eye on another lady for about a year or all about.